You've probably seen it before, right? A cashier takes a big stack of bills, puts it in a machine, and whoosh, they're gone in a flash. It seriously looks like a magic trick. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and find out exactly how these incredible money counting machines really work. So, to really get why these machines are so important, we have to start with the problem they were built to solve. For any place that handles cash, trying to count it all by hand isn't just slow, it's a huge risk. I mean, one simple mistake, one little miscount, can mess up the books for the entire day.
So just how bad is it really? Let's dig into the actual real-world headaches that come from trying to manage big stacks of cash the old-fashioned way.
And this right here, this lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got counting by hand. It's slow, you're gonna make mistakes, we're only human, and that leads to all sorts of financial mix-ups. But on the other side, the machine is fast, it's incredibly accurate, and it's precise every single time. For a business, the difference is truly night and day. Okay, so we've got the problem down. Now it's time to bring in the solution. Let's meet the hero of our story, the automated money counter. At its core, a money counter is pretty much what it sounds like. It's a machine built for one job, to take that super tedious, error-filled task of counting cash and turn it into a smooth, automatic process that's over in seconds. All right, here comes the fun part. Let's pop the hood and actually see the mechanics that make this whole thing possible. So everything kicks off at the cash hopper. This is where you put that big stack of bills. The hopper has one main job: feed those bills into the machine nice and smooth, one at a time. And yeah, you guessed it, the bigger the hopper, the more cash you can count in one go. So here's the secret sauce: how the machine actually counts. The key is something called a light beam counter. I want you to picture a tiny invisible tripwire. There's a beam of light shooting from one side to a sensor on the other. And every single time a bill passes through, it breaks that beam.
So here's how that all plays out in real time. First, these special friction rollers grab just one bill off the top of the stack. This part is absolutely crucial for accuracy. It makes sure they go through one by one. Then, that bill gets fed to the machine, passes the scanner, and breaks that beam of light. Instantly, the sensor sees the break and bam, adds one to the count.
And this whole process, as simple as it sounds, happens at an absolutely incredible speed. We're not talking a few bills a minute here. We are talking hundreds. These modern machines can just tear through huge stacks of cash, turning a job that would take a person several minutes into a task that's done in just a few seconds. But today's machines do a lot more than just give you a simple head count. Their real power comes from some of the more advanced features, like sorting different bills and this is a big one, spotting fakes. Now, not all counters are created equal. The most basic ones just count the number of bills you put in, say a stack of all 20s. But the more advanced mixed denomination counters, they can look at a messy pile of 5s, 10s, and 20s and tell you the total value. And of course, you've got totally separate machines just for counting and sorting all that loose change. And this is really where the tech goes from being a simple convenience to an absolutely critical security tool. I mean, counting fast is great, but how do you know the money you're counting is even real? That extra layer of counterfeit detection is just invaluable. So how in the world do they spot a fake? Well, they use tech that can see things our eyes just can't. They use UV light that makes hidden fluorescent stuff on real money glow. They have other sensors that scan for the special magnetic ink that's used in genuine currency. And they even use infrared scanners to find patterns on the bills that are completely invisible to us. If a bill fails any of these checks, it gets kicked right out. Okay, so the technology is really clever, for sure. But what does it all mean in the real world? Let's zoom out for a second and look at why these machines have such a big impact. For any business, the benefits are just crystal clear. You get almost perfect accuracy, which means no more losing money from simple miscounts. You get this powerful security that protects you from counterfeit bills. And you get a huge boost in efficiency, which frees up your staff to do more important things, like actually helping customers. But there's a bigger impact on society too. Think about communities where maybe there aren't a lot of banks, or where digital payments just aren't a big thing yet. Cash is still how people get by. So by making it easier and safer for local businesses to handle that cash, these machines actually help support the local economy in those areas. And get this, here is a fact that might actually surprise you. In this world of tapping our phones to pay for everything,
You'd think cash would be on its way out, but the data shows something else entirely. ATM withdrawals have actually gone up for 3 years in a row. Cash isn't going anywhere, which means this kind of tech is more important now than ever.
And that kind of leaves us with a really fascinating final thought, doesn't it? In an age where everything is digital, this simple physical form of money is proving to be incredibly tough to replace. So the next time you see a money counter whipping through a stack of bills, you'll know it's not some old relic. It's actually a key piece of tech keeping our modern economy running.